Hi, my name is Odwale Godwin and welcome back to Emoji Economics. Actually, the greeting is meant for whoever is seeing this video for the very first time or whoever is seeing any of our videos for the very first time. Right, and welcome really. So today we'll be talking about consumer and producer surplus with definite integrals. Now, on this channel we've spoken about consumer and producer surplus before, and that was about 10 months ago. And we've also been talking about definite integrals for a while now. I think for the past maybe 1 or 2 weeks we've been talking about integration basically, but now we got to definite integrals and how is it useful in economics. So we now have like a single class that is trying to like check the that is trying to apply definite integrals in economics, that is in looking for consumer and producer surplus. Okay, first, what is consumer surplus? Consumer surplus is simply the difference between the valuation of a product by a consumer and the actual market value. Alright, so let's say somebody wants to buy Gary, for example, and the person, Gary is a product in Nigeria. It's one of the stuff that we eat in this country. It's very, very common. In case you've not heard about Gary before, okay, Garri, that's all. Okay, so if a consumer wants to buy Gary and the consumer values the product at let's say a Congo of Gary for 500 naira, and then the person gets to the market and then eventually realizes that a Congo of Gary actually sells for 300 naira. So there's a positive difference between the consumer's valuation of the product and the actual market valuation. So 500 minus 300 is 200. So 200 is the consumer surplus. Now, what about producer surplus? Now, it's kind of, the analogy is kind of the same. So producer surplus is basically the difference between the value placed on the product, that is the difference between the price that a producer is willing to sell the product and the actual market price. You know, there are times when, or basically, when the government doesn't bother to disturb the market forces will interact and then set an equilibrium price and an equilibrium quantity. So there are times when a producer might just want to sell his product and then get shocked at how people are kind of pricing the product, and that's in the case where the forces of demand and supply have interacted so much so that the equilibrium price that the market is talking about is actually greater than what the producer is kind of willing to sell his product. So if we have producers of Gary and one of them is willing to sell a Congo of Gary for let's say 400, and then a lot of people are just asking like they want to buy a Congo of Gary for 500. Okay, so the producer then has a surplus. Now surplus is not profit. Right, so there is, in the price that the producer is willing to sell the product, okay, the producer has actually made allocations for profits. I mean the cost of production and then kind of a profit margin. So a producer surplus is like an addition to the profit on ground. So surplus is not profit. Now that's about that. I was saying that this seller wants to sell this product at 400 naira, and then the market price, that is the equilibrium market price, is 500 naira. So 500 minus 400 is 100. So we have a producer surplus of 100. Okay, so I want you to remember that producer surplus is not producer's profit. It is an addition to the profit. It's not the profit itself. So when we're talking about it's not only one consumer that goes into the market to buy something basically, and you don't really have to go into the market like a physical market. No, there are online stores now, so you can just do your buying and selling and what have you. So I'm just saying now that what you want to calculate the consumer surplus of a particular commodity, all right, when we have more than one consumer. So in that case, consumer surplus is just going to be the sum of the total valuation of every consumer of that product. You understand? The sum of that then subtracted by the market value of the product. Okay, let me give an example. We have three. Let's talk about a Congo of Gary anyway. So we have 3 consumers. The equilibrium price is, let me just go with what is here, 500 naira, right? So we have this. Equilibrium price is 500 naira, and in the market the total demand is 50. When you do the summation of the amount of Gary that people want to buy basically, some people will be willing to pay let's say 600 naira for 50 Congo of Gary, something like that. And some people will be willing to pay 700 naira, some people will be willing to pay more than that, and some will just be paying 500 naira. But in this case, I think I'm too fast, right? If I'm too fast, please try to reduce the playback speed. of the video, just click on your screen. You find three dots, I think, on the top left, is it left, right hand corner of your screen. Click on it. Then you have where you can change the video quality and as well the playback speed. So just click on the playback speed and adjust it to what is convenient for you. I thought kind of fast ordinarily, so I'm sorry for every inconvenience. So we are talking about three guys, three consumers, ABC. So one wants to buy this product for 1,000 naira per Congo, another person 800 naira per Congo, another person 600 naira per Congo, and another person 500 naira per Congo. Recall that the market price is 500, so we just have something like this. Okay, we have something like this. Okay, this is so we have the force of demand and supply interacting to give us this equilibrium. So this is 50, that 50 as equilibrium, and then the price is 500. But the thing is that there is, okay, let's bring this one here. There's a consumer that wants to pay 1,000 per Congo. This 500 per Congo. Let me write it very well. 500. There's another consumer that wants to pay. I have 800, 600. So another consumer is willing to pay 800 naira per Congo. Another consumer is willing to pay 600 naira per Congo. So how then do we calculate the consumer surplus? The consumer surplus is just the first guy 1,000 minus the equilibrium price, which is 500, and put this into something like this, plus, so the second guy is paying 800, so you have 800 minus 500, right, plus 600 minus 500, 600 minus 500, let me write it properly, then plus 500 minus, of course there will be people that will just pay that would be valuing the product at 500 naira exactly. Alright, so 100 minus 5 multiplied by 50, okay, multiplied by 50 because that's the quantity, the market quantity. So 100 minus this is 5, so you have 500 plus 300 plus 100 plus 0, everything multiplied by 50. So this is 500 plus this is 800, 800 plus 100 is 900, 900 multiplied by 5 is 4,500, and that's 4,500. Alright, so the consumer surplus in this case is 4,000. What do I have in my notes? I have, wait. Okay, this is, alright, okay, I think I made the equilibrium price 600 in my notes. Oh, here's 500, no problem anyway. So this is what we have, 100 minus 500, 500, 800 minus 500, 300, 600, 100. Okay, just to be on the safe side. So this is going to be the value of our consumer surplus. Now, how do we use integral to solve consumer surplus? Now, when I was talking about definite integrals in I think 2 videos ago, for you to see that video, just go to the playlist section. If you know how to do that, just go to the playlist section of Emoji Economics, or just pause this video right now, or maybe just kind of like pause or stop it, then type Emoji Economics on YouTube search box. So it brings up the channel, so you click on the icon, of course, you're going to see the number of subscribers beside it and what have you. After clicking on it, you get to have videos, playlists, description, and so on and so forth. So you just click on playlist, then look for integration classes, I think maybe integration classes or calculus classes. So there's calculus, we have a playlist for calculus that's began from the very easiest way of differentiating whatever you want to differentiate to other ways. The classes are kind of chronological. They are not kind of, they are chronological in nature. So it can be, we went through differentiation first and we got into integration and we continued. And you could just look for the integral, I think yeah, it's integral calculus. So you just look for the integral calculus playlist. So you click on that, then you start from integration, then we went into, is it type something? Integration by substitution, by parts, definite integrals, started talking about limits and so on and so forth. What I'm just trying to bring out here is that definite integrals is actually used to calculate the area under a curve. The area under a curve, that's what we use it to do. And that's when you're having upper limit kind of and you're having lower limit. So the integration, how to integrate and get this is going to be, we would have, consumer surplus is, consumer's valuation of the product minus the, minus the market valuation of the product. Okay, so we have CS is going to be integral. Now these are quantities, so you have the first quantity Q naught, and you have whatever Q you are talking about. But in this case, our Q naught is going to be 0 where we are starting from, so which is the lower limit. This is 0, and our q here is going to be 50. You understand? Then we have a demand function. Now this demand is going to have a function. So you have a demand function that we just call let me write that formula. A function of q, then qd, you know, like dq rather, a function of q then dq, we are integrating with respect to q, then minus equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. Okay, that is, we are talking about, this is the owner of 50 and 0, the two limits, which is talking about area under the demand curve. That is, this is the demand curve. Okay, so between 0 and 50, this formula is saying that we are calculating the area under the demand curve minus the equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. So when we do that, we are going to be getting, we would have just this section. So we are trying to get this place. So that is the total area under the demand curve minus these two guys. So we'll be left with only this place. So that's how to do it. But there's going to be an example. Here we are going to, or should I just write an example instantly before we talk about producer surplus? Yeah, I think we should do that. Let's just treat an example instantly. So here we have a demand function. So we have a demand function which is P equals, where is the question again? Why is it running away? So we have 42 minus 5q minus q squared. Okay, and in this question we've been given that the equilibrium price is, which is P naught, is 6. That is, after the forces of demand and supply interacting in this market, having an equilibrium price of 6. So the question asks that we should find consumer surplus. Now the question cannot ask us to find producer surplus. Do you know why? Because you need a demand function. You're talking about consumers, right? You need a demand function to find consumer surplus. For producer surplus, we need the supply function. It's kind of the inverse supply function, though, and this is inverse demand function. It's just big grammar. What that's about is that we are making P the subject of the formula instead of Q. That's all. That's what you call inverse demand function. Okay. So this simply means that what we have here is 6. The price at let me write it. At equilibrium, this is going to give us, the price is 6 equals 42 minus 5q minus q squared. We try to kind of rearrange it in a proper way. So we're having q squared plus 5q. All of them come here plus 6 minus 42 plus 0. So we have q squared plus 5q plus 6 minus 42 is minus 36. Minus 36 equals 0. Okay, then you can just solve out using one of those stuff that we do in quadratic equation. So we have 1 times 36, that's minus 36. What are the two figures that will give us minus 36 and will give us plus 5 when we sum them together? I think that's 9 and minus 4. Yes, 9 minus 4 is going to give us 5. Then 9 times minus 4 is going to give us minus 36. Okay, so we have q squared, right? Plus 9q minus 4 is, that is 9q minus 4q is going to give us 5q back. And we have minus 36 equals 0. Just kind of try to put it like times now. So bring q out, so we have q plus 9. Then this is minus, bring 4 out here, 4 is common, so you have q plus 9 as well, plus 0. Okay, so you have this q plus 9, q plus 9, so that means we are right. So we are left with q plus 9, then q minus 4. If you don't understand this, then that means you need to revisit your class on quadratic equation. So q plus 9, so we have this more or less, q plus 9 equals 0, q minus 4 plus 0. So q here equals minus 9, and q here equals 4. Of course, we are talking about quantity here, so quantity cannot be negative. So that means we are going with 4. So equilibrium quantity is going to be 4. That is, P naught is 6, Q naught is 4. So how can we then get the consumer surplus? So consumer surplus is going to be integral. Now the quantity here is not 50 basically, it's 4. So the lower limit is going to be 0. This is going to be 4. Then this is our inverse demand function. So we have 42. No, it's not 42. It is where is it? Okay, yeah, it's 42 minus 5q. 42 minus 5q minus q squared dq. Okay, then this here minus p naught q naught basically. So CS now is going to be equal to we integrate this, so we have 42q minus 5q 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1 minus q 2 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1. Alright, so we have this, the limits, which is 4 and 0, then minus p naught q naught. What is p naught again? 6 times 4. 6 times 4. So here CS then is going to be 42q then minus 5 over 2q squared minus q cubed over 3. Okay, so we have 4 0 then minus 24. Okay, so what we are going to do now is, of course, the way we solve definite integrals. So we are going to have upper limit first. So we'll be having CS equals, let me just write in a big, so we have 42 into bracket 0 minus 5 over 2 into bracket 0 squared. No. 42 into bracket 4 minus 5 over 2 into bracket 4 squared. Then, what's the next one? Minus 4 raised to power 3 over 3. Okay, then we are done with this person. So we move into the second one, which is 42 into bracket 0. Right? Don't just cancel it out and say, okay, it is 0 and everything there is going to become 0. It doesn't work that way. Just make sure you solve it out. It doesn't work that way all the time. We have minus 5 over 2 into bracket 0 squared. So minus 0 cubed divided by 3. So we close this, right? So this minus this, then minus 6 times 4, which is what? 24. So we are done. So by the time we solve out everything that is inside them, 40 times 4 is 168. So we have 168 minus 4 squared becomes 16. So 2 times 2 in 16 is 8, 40. Then 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. Minus 64 over 3. Alright, then minus everything here. This times 0, this times 0, then this is 0, 0, then minus 24. Okay, minus 24. So at the end of the day, what we'll be having here is equal to 82 number. Okay, 82 number 2 over 3. So that's the consumer surplus. It doesn't have a unit, so that's the consumer surplus. So we leave it that way. I think this class is already getting pretty long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it into two. So in the next video, we're talking about this same stuff. I'll be talking about how to calculate producer surplus. If you like this video, please click on the like button. If there's anything you want to tell us, you want to ask a question, you want to comment us for what we are doing, please don't hesitate to leave that in the comment section. And if you want more of our videos, please click on that subscribe button. So thank you very much once again. And there's something I should have told you at the beginning of the class. No problem, I'm going to tell you now. Please, for as many that are watching our videos, please watch them online. Please, from the beginning till the end, watch them online, because like I do say, YouTube is considering some of our videos bad videos simply because if you have, for example, a 20-minute video and people are downloading, that is, they are not really watching it. So if while people are downloading, they get to watch for like, let's say 30 seconds. So out of a 20-minute video, YouTube gets a message that this video is bad because a 20-minute video is being watched for just 30 seconds by people, and it doesn't recommend it to other students out there that are looking for content like this. And that's also bad, because what we are trying to do is to get across to as many students as possible, to make the understanding of economics very, very good for them. At least you got this through probably someone, probably through YouTube, I don't know, suggestion or something like that. So please help us to get to more people. Thank you very much once again. See you in the next class when we talk about producer surplus. Sorry, I made a mistake somewhere. Here 500 whatever, we had this plus this, 800 plus this. Now 900 multiplied by 50 is 45,000. Apologies for that. So thank you and see you next time.